Hi everyone, in today's video, let's talk about dental implants and should they ever come loose. Okay, so just like any kind of dental treatment that you have, there is going to be some element of maintenance involved with that treatment over the period of your life. Okay, even if you have crowns or veneers, sometimes they can come off. If you have a filling, the filling can chip, it might need to be refilled. So dental implants aren't immune to this stuff, but there are things that can be done to reduce the possible issues that you have with implants in the future. Now, if you're watching this video, then chances are you've maybe got a problem with an implant that's become loose, and let me reassure you to tell you that in the vast majority of cases, this is a really quick and easy fix. Okay, you see, the implant is stuck in the bone and then the actual tooth is screwed into the implant. And it's normally that screw between the tooth and the implant which becomes loose over time and just needs to be retightened up. Now, over the years, I've used a lot of different brands of implants, and some brands, actually the cheaper ones, okay, they do suffer from this problem much more than the kind of the brand leaders, if you will, the more expensive kind of implants. A lot of it is to do with the connection between the tooth and the implant, and there are so many different types of variations on the connections which are available. As a patient, you wouldn't ever need to look into all of the detail of the types of connections there are between the two. But in general, if you're going with a really well-known implant brand, so let's say Straumann, Neodent, those are the main ones that I use. Which other ones are there? Nobel Biocare, that's a fantastic company. Ankylos, Ankylos Dentsply, they own Ankylos. These are all good quality companies, but to be honest, there are thousands of implant companies out there. So let's look at, why does a screw loosening happen anyway? Well, if you think about it, this tooth on the implant is constantly biting, you're constantly chewing something on it, and if the shape of that tooth is out slightly, it can get this like rotational force. It's just being knocked gently every time you eat or talk. This can happen, and then over time you might notice after a few months the thing starts to feel loose, and in very extreme cases the tooth may come off completely. Now, there's two types of crowns or teeth or bridges that you can have put on your implants. Some are screw retained, and what this means is the screw hole goes all the way through the tooth, and the dentist would just put the tooth in the implant and screw it in. The other option is what we call a cement retained, in which case the abutment, which is this kind of in between the tooth and the implant, this is screwed into position, and then the crown is glued into position. Now, the reason that I don't like these cement retained crowns is if you get a screw loosening, sometimes it can be very difficult to remove the crown because that's glued in position to access the screw hole, which we can then just tighten up using a driver. So then that becomes a lot more complicated. Now, that's the vast majority of cases. What about those cases where this isn't the problem? So the worst case scenario is that the implant itself has become loose. Okay, so when we have implants put in, we want the bone to fuse against the surface of the implant, and it creates a really solid bed for your tooth or your bridge to go over the top of it. But what happens if that solid connection breaks down? Okay, so if you get gum disease around your implant, that's what is happening. The bone is kind of being eaten away from the outside, and your implant can gradually become loose. You wouldn't notice this, okay, but if you go to your dentist regularly, have x-rays once or twice a year or whatever it is, then this can normally be picked up on an x-ray. And if you catch it early, it's easy to fix, but, well, it's not easy to fix. There's a better chance of you having a successful outcome. But if you get to the point where the actual implant itself is loose, then it's gonna come out fairly quickly, okay? And that's the worst case scenario. You lose the whole implant, because then you're left with this hole in the bone which needs to be rebuilt, and then we can look at putting a fresh implant in there. It's going to take time and it's going to cost a lot of money if that is the situation. But thankfully that's quite rare, and it's only really common in those people who either have a reason where they can't heal properly, maybe diabetes, or they smoke a lot, or those people who are not keeping their implants really clean. They're not flossing them every single day. They're not using water picks or whatever the dentist has recommended that you do to maintain good oral health. You don't want any kind of redness or inflammation around these implants. So to cut a long story short, 90%, 99% of the time a patient calls our practice and says, hey, my implant's loose. It is a 10-second job. We just tighten up a screw and off they go. It can be a little bit more tricky than that. In very rare cases, the implant might need to go, okay? But try the simple stuff first and take it from there.